Hello, welcome back to the Pillars of White Society. My name is Braille, and I want to talk about how do you show that you are a wife and without jumping through hoops, because so much of the content out here and the information that is out here will have a woman very confused about what she has to do to show a man that she's interested in and to being his wife and what that looks like. So I kind of want to give you some tips in order to help you so that you can show him that you are wife material without jumping through hoops, without, doing all of the things that you're seeing on social media. So I want to clear up some of the confusion. The first thing you have to do for yourself, ladies, is that you're going to have to wipe your brain, brainwash yourself. You're going to have to change your mindset. You have to get rid of this mentality that tells you that men are like children, that men aren't observable, that men aren't emotional intelligent. You have to get rid of that, because the best lie that is out there is that men are children, that men aren't emotionally intelligent, that men aren't smart. And that lie is a continuous downfall for the youth, especially young women. As long as young women think that, they're not going to be able to do anything but jump through hoops. They're only going to do things to show that they're wife material and not be able to show it in a manner that's going to be in a healthy way for two people who do not know each other. Because we have to realize, when you're showing this man that you're a wife material, you don't know him. You don't know him from a can of paint. So why would you be doing all of the things and you haven't even received a commitment? No one is going to go out here and buy things and then get the discount later. That is not the way it works. So you want to be able to show it, but you don't want to jump through hoops. You don't want to have to be Batman and Superwoman all wrapped up into one. So the first thing you need to do is get rid of that mindset. Get rid of the mindset that tells you that men are like children, that they are not emotionally intelligent, that they don't deserve behaviors, that they are just helpless. That is going to set you up for downfall, because as long as you believe in that mindset, you're going to jump through hoops in order to show him that you're wife material, because you're going to think, oh, he can't see it. Oh, he won't know. Oh, he doesn't recognize it. I'm a wife. He can't see it. No, babe. He sees it, but he doesn't see that in you. And that's the truth of the matter. Number 2, heal yourself. Walking around in your unhealedness is very obvious that if he's dealing with you, he has to deal with that unhealed version of you. And when a man is dealing with that unhealed you teach him a lot about you. In that moment, if you're unhealed and maybe you're that person who you're a people pleaser, you try to please everybody, you try to be there for everybody, you give and give and give and give and give and give and give, and don't ask anything in return. Now, a healthy masculine energy man may pass you over because he doesn't want that woman who doesn't have any boundaries, that woman that's going to be taken advantage of, that woman who her children will pick up bad ideals of what boundaries are, and he won't have a good idea of how to set boundaries. So he may pass you over. So operate in that unhealed version of yourself. It's going to continuously put you in the line of predators. Predators will view you. Predators will date you. Healthy masculine energy, not so much, because they recognize what that's going to do overall to the family unit. If they have a woman who's going to relay the culture to the children, but she is unhealed. She is a people pleaser. She's a person who just gives of herself to any and everybody. So heal yourself, because healing yourself will clear up not only help with the mindset issue of how you view men, but healing yourself will help how you deal with people. And then what you're giving off. How you deal with people is what you give off and what people perceive you as. They're going to look at how you're dealing with people, and they're going to make an assumption about you. Yes, the assumption may not be correct all the time, okay? But the things we have to realize before we can actually get to know someone, we all have assumptions about people before we make the connection with them or we give them access to ourselves. So assumption is unfortunate. It's the unfortunate the fortunate of it all is that someone is going to assume something. And they're going to assume it based off what you give them. So if you give them the unhealed version of you, and you don't do the work for yourself, you don't do the inner work to heal yourself so that you can deal with people in a healthy manner, they're going to assume that maybe you don't have the boundaries. They're going to assume maybe you have daddy issues. They're going to assume maybe you have mother issues. See, and that is what we don't want to have when you're trying to show that you are wife material without doing all the things and trying to prove yourself or jumping through hoops in order to show a man that you are a wife. Number 3, everything is observable. I think that one of the things that we have to realize that everything is observable. Everything that you do gives insight into who you are. If you're a woman who is always in the drive-thru or is always ordering food, then some will make the assumption that you don't cook. If you're a woman who doesn't have good relations with her family or her friends, and there's always something going on, there's always something traumatic, there's always something to talk about, there may be assumption made that maybe you're not supported, or maybe you're toxic, or maybe there's something going on with your friendships. You don't even know how to pick good friends. So everything is observable. Everything that is observable is insight into who you are. And people assume, yes, you shouldn't assume, but usually when you assume, you have a foundation. And some people will not go any further than that foundation. So everything is observable. Do not think that you're getting over, that you're finessing, that he doesn't know, because everything is observable. One of the things we have to do is realize that men are very observant. This is a part of biology. Remember, they think different than we do. We are different than men. One of the things about biology that men have is they're able to sniff out information from visual cues, scent, vocal. They can get all this information by observing, listening, and paying attention to you. And they've done the research on this. A man can literally determine, he has a very good idea if you're cheating. Even though women think they do it better. You don't. A lot of times what's happening is that he knows you're cheating. He's just not paying attention to the cues. He doesn't want to believe it, because most men have a big ego. So you're not getting away with anything. Everything is observable. Everything is insight into you, who you are as a woman. So if you're that woman that is always in the drive-thru, is never cooking in the kitchen, then he knows that you don't cook. It's very observable that maybe you don't cook. Maybe it's every once in a while, but when he's talking to you or he's on the phone with you and you're always in that drive-thru, or you're always ordering DoorDash, or you're always ordering Grubhub. You see, I know him because I'm not one of those ones that like to cook all the time either. But he's going to make the assumption that you don't cook. If there's always traumatic issues going on, you're always talking about some type of blow up with your friends. Then it's safe to say that maybe there's an issue with the women that you attract in your life, the women that you align with, the women that you call your best friend. And honestly, there's a saying that birds of a feather flock together. So if your friends are having so many traumatic issues or so much things going on in their life, what is behind your door? What is in your closet? What skeleton is behind your closed doors? See, these are all assumptions, of course, and nobody likes assumptions, but these are the way we begin to get to know another person. Everybody assumes. Until you do the inner work around assumption and assuming things, everyone assumes before they make connections. And that is what men do very well. They observe, they assume, and then they may move around very quickly because they have to determine either you aren't a wife or you are a wife. So you have to be able to show that you are wife material without doing all the things, because you don't have to do all the things, honestly. I have been married for 22 years and I didn't jump through hoops. I didn't do all the things. I couldn't even cook when I got married. Now I can cook. I throw down in the kitchen. But before, when he married me, I could not. I learned along the way. But he could see and that I was going to be a person who was learning. How did he know that? I read. I'm always throwing him some useless knowledge, 100 or something, some useless tip that I read somewhere or some information I picked up somewhere. So he knows that I'm a learning woman. So from that, he knew that I would be a woman who's willing to learn how to cook. So he betted on that. and he betted and he won. So that is how men operate. Everything is observable. They know how to observe to see where you are. You're not hiding anything. There's no such thing as really finessing, not in the manner you think it is. A lot of times men are allowing us to get away with things. They see us. They know what we're doing. They're going along with the game because it's benefiting them in some way. You're not finessing. You're not getting over. There's nothing that's not being done that hasn't been done for millions of years, and they haven't learned from it. The thing is, change your mindset, and then you will see it in this manner, and you won't think, oh, I'm going to be able to do this to trick him. You won't be able to think that. You'll realize that he's just going along. He's allowing himself to be tricked. He's allowing himself to be deceived. He's allowing himself to play the game. And hopefully this was helpful and helping you understand how you can be that wife material without doing all the things, without, doing all the things to show that you're a wife. You can be a wife because he's observing you. He's observing how you handle your life, how you live your life, how you interact with people within your life. And that is how he knows that you're a wife material. And ladies, always remember, stay up as a wife. And I'll see you on the next one.